Okay, so hey you guys, I'm back because I've just actually received a message. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera a lot. From somebody who wants me to do a Revolutionary Road spoiler. So pretty much, if you don't want to know exactly what happened, you want to wait till you watch the movie, then you shouldn't be watching this video because I'm gonna tell you what happens in the movie. So let me just read to you the summary of what the movie is about. Okay. It's about a young couple living in a Connecticut suburban area during the mid 1950s. Struggle to come to terms with their personal problems while trying to raise two children. Okay? This is based on a novel by Richard Yates, and the director, I believe, is something Meats. Who directed it? Uh, I forget his name. Sam Meats. Sam Meats. So pretty much you got the base of it. It's a couple, young couple. He actually just turned 30, and they moved to the suburban area. Thought they was gonna love it, but soon came to realize that they're not even enjoying each other. So she's it shows a scene in the beginning of the movie where she's acting in the play. Nobody's really feeling her. Everybody's kind of like, oh, she's lame, she's whack, da 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 da. So they get into this big argument in the beginning of the movie. You don't even know what's going on. It's just a big argument. And it's basically showing how unhappy she's trying to explain to him how unhappy she is. And this is not the place for her. She never wanted this for her life. The movie is a very different film. It's not a film where you just get all go lucky at the end. It's actually a depressing kind of film that in the end it leaves you with a knot in your stomach, and it leaves you thinking like, oh shit, this is scary. What if this happens to me? I don't want to end up like this. So pretty much they're living in this house, and he's cheating on her. Actually, he starts cheating on her, and because he's realizing he's not feeling it neither. Not only she's ready. Okay, so she's not feeling it either, but she's actually ready to leave and to go experience something new. But he's not. Even though he doesn't want that life for himself, he's scared. He's fearful of quitting his job and not being able to take care of his family and just leaving. So after the big argument, he goes off and fucks somebody else. Comes back, and she soon realized like, oh, I'm sorry, and she comes up with the plan basically for them to pick up their stuff, since they have so much money saved, pick up their stuff and just move to Paris, where she will work instead of being a housewife, and he could just have fun and then spend time and try to find out what he wants to do with his life. But so he's all excited, and they're all excited, they're all in love like they never been before, just excited because they're going to see something new and different. But then he gets so excited that he starts not caring about his job anymore. Where when he does that and he changed his whole attitude on working at that job, he gets a promotion from it. So he gets a promotion, and he gets like, this whole big thing where they want to pay him. But he realized, oh shit, I'm about to leave and move to Paris. Do I really want to do that? Do I really want to leave this job and all of this behind for something I don't even know about in Paris? So pretty much they have a group of friends that live next door. And it shows you that their marriage is the exact same way, the people who live next door. And he's like, but it's with the husband, not with the wife. And the husband's looking at, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio's wife, like, oh, I want her. She wants the same thing as me. She doesn't want to be stuck in the suburbs like I do. So eventually they start cheating together. After Leonardo DiCaprio basically says, I don't want to move to Paris. I want to stay with this job with something predictable. And her whole world just, she went from being happy, being excited for something, being ambitious about something, and he just shuts it down. Back to that boring same old stuff. He wants to keep the job, and she soon finds out that she's pregnant. But the trick, it's not Leonardo DiCaprio's baby. It's the next door neighbor, which they were best friends. They was all like, couple best friends. And she finds out she's pregnant, but she knows because she had sex with him one night when she was feeling depressed, and she knows. So she wants to have an abortion, and Leonardo DiCaprio is like, "Why do you want to kill a baby? Why do you want to do this?" But the real thing was that she didn't want no baby to stop her, and she knew it wasn't his. So pretty much she has an abortion. And actually, before all of that started, it was the realtor who actually would come, you know, who sold them the house, came over there and visit, and would eat for snacks and da da da. Had a crazy son. He was supposed to be insane, but he made a lot of sense, even though he was insane and even though it was different from the way he went about doing it. He basically, it was a scene at the dinner table where this is when Leonardo DiCaprio finally decides, okay, I'm gonna keep my job, and Kate Winslet's all depressed about it. And he goes off, the insane guy. He's just like, you probably got her knocked up on purpose, and just goes off. It's an amazing scene. And the thing is, it was outrageous, but it was so true. And Kate, she knew it was true. She she didn't say nothing because she knew exactly it was true. It was the truth. So after that happens, she decides that she's gonna have an abortion. Now, let me remind you guys, in the 50s, abortions were not legal yet. So you had to do it illegally, and thousands, mostly all the women, died every time they tried to do an abortion by themselves. So she did the abortion, and what do you know? She died. So in the end, he finally realizes, like, damn, we could have just been happy if I wasn't such a punk and moved to, Paris. Like, she died inside. So it was like she was already dead. She was just being what he wanted her to be. And in the other marriage with the best friends, he was also really sad too because he lost somebody he loved because his wife was all suburban, preppy, and da da. And he didn't want that. He wanted Kate Winslet. He wanted a woman who was ambitious about life and just didn't want to be stuck there. So he was also sad because he was in love with her and his baby died that she was holding. And then another trait, it shows you just like how in all the different marriages, how things was just so messed up. And the realtor, actually, the wife, she loved selling little houses like that to people. And she was just, at the end of the movie, she was just talking to her husband, who actually had a hearing aid. It's really funny at the end. And it's not really funny, but it's kind of comedic at the end. And she goes, oh, well, I didn't think the Wheelers, that which was their last name in the movie, really deserved that house. It was white picket fence, and she was just going on and on about how much she loved the houses in that neighborhood. And he slowly, like, turned her down with his hearing aid so he couldn't hear her, because the truth of it is, in that marriage, he didn't want to be in that marriage neither, because of the simple fact that he wasn't happy for the same reasons. So it goes to show you that a lot of times partners in marriages are not always happy about everything that they have. So it was a really good movie, phenomenal movie. um I probably left out a lot of some things because it's a lot to remember. So that was my spoiler for Revolutionary Road. I hope you guys go watch it for real, and tell me guys come back at me and tell me what y'all think about it, okay?